first ever episode of the Kit Down Default podcast. My name's Tim, aka Two Cakes. I'm here with my boys Ian and Tad.
Hey, what's up, guys? I'm Ian, otherwise known as Suds online.
Sup, everyone? I'm Tad, otherwise Chicago Menace.
And on the Kit Down Default podcast, we pretty much just break down gaming, esports, any news topics we find interesting, and just tell our opinions on them. First off, we got Yes-1 New York. Liquid knocked out by Astralis 2-0'd in the quarterfinals. Kind of a disappointing performance, to be honest.
You hate to see it.
They really did disappoint about every North American that was watching the quarterfinals at the time, and it was really sad to see. We sat there, me and Timmy, I believe, we watched those two matches, did we not? We watched
Yes, sir.
And they just totally bulldozed them over like it was nothing, like a dirt
Yeah,
bomb.
it was because at Berlin, at the Starladder Major, they got destroyed on Vertigo, and they decided to pick Vertigo into Astralis in the quarterfinals against them at ESL1.
I wonder why they did that.
And they did do better at the start of the map. They were all popping off on their CT sides. They're hitting their shots and stuff like that. And then Astralis, they're a resilient ass team, man. They just brought it back. And
I caught some of that
really
game, man, and it just seemed like what's his name, Magic? Is that his name?
Magus, yeah.
Magus?
Yeah.
Man,
Nuts, bro.
he
He's
was
fucking
just
insane.
in the clutch. He just, when the pressure's on him, he just really cracks down, man. Just gets those fucking shots.
For
really
real.
what I fucking saw throughout all the performance with him, really.
I think the player break before the major, I think Liquid got it into their heads that they were better because they'd won 5 tournaments in a row. They got the Intel Grand Slam. They won $1 million. I think they just got it into their heads that they were better, and they just weren't practicing as much.
But it was also brought up as a point that maybe they were getting into their heads too much, as in Astralis was too good. You know what I mean? They were thinking that. They were thinking
They definitely have a mental block against Astralis. 'Cause
yeah, definitely. They
the
psyched
years-
themselves out for sure.
All of 2018, man, Astralis, they were just in the shadow of Astralis. Like, they were always second place 2018, and they just got destroyed by Astralis every single time. And that'll definitely get into your fucking head.
Oh, it really will, especially with now 4 majors under their belt, with the Starletter major being the 3rd one in a row, I believe.
Second or third, maybe?
That's the 3rd one in a row, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, you're right, because they won. Yep, Katowice they won 2 in a row. Yeah, you're right. That's 3.
Yeah.
They're-
And that's record breaking, is it not?
Yeah, that's. I don't think any other team's done that, but EG, man. EG's the second hope for NA, man.
Yeah, well, I guess you could say 3/5 of it is. I believe that Zerk is from where? Not
Yeah,
Bosnia.
Cirque's from Estonia. I think, or
Yeah.
something like that.
Estonia.
Saw
Very.
that.
That's really. It's not tropical, is it?
No,
That's Eastern
definitely
Europe.
not.
Definitely.
It's not tropical, is it?
Yeah.
That's foreign as hell.
No, but man, Breezy's gotten insane these last couple months, man. Cirque has been popping off like he hasn't before, and honestly, like
Performance.
I wasn't super hype about picking up Stanislaw over Daps. I didn't really believe in like the extra fragging power that they said he would bring.
But it was
But
shown that
man,
along with being the IGL, he was fragging as good as.
yeah, that's the thing. When he
Shox.
was
Better
on
than
Liquid,
Shox.
he was not. He didn't frag like that, but he on EG he tends, especially against Astralis, man. He frags. He can read. Like there's one round on Inferno. It's him and Glaive. It was IGL versus IGL. And they juked each other out. Glaive was on B site. He had the bomb. He was going back towards A. He turns around, goes back to B, and Stan predicted it perfectly. He read him like a fucking book, peak CT. And he
Oh, I
runs
remember
around.
that play.
That shit was insane, dude. I've never seen a hard read like that.
It was
in my
almost like he was walling, man. That was a vac play.
life. Yeah, to be
Very
honest,
impressive.
it really did. It was perfect.
So here's a question for you guys, though. Who wins between EG and Liquid?
No, that's
No?
a very good question.
See,
Actually.
the thing is,
If
Liquid
we're going
is
mostly
good.
NA, so Go ahead.
Generally, Liquid tends to be good against every team except Astralis.
That's what I'm saying. Like they always choke because they got like that
But
mental block with them, like you were saying. But
the
like,
thing at
you know,
Star Ladder, at the Berlin Major, they did play against each other in the group stages. It was a best of one, but EG did win. I don't know, man. I'm on the EG train now. Liquid's let me down. And
I saw them.
I'm not really about it anymore.
Man, I saw them at the was that ESL1 NY.
Yeah.
Man, EG was looking good, man. They were fucking steamrolling some teams in those opening stages, man. They were just running through them.
You
just
give
going
Breezy a
2-0,
Krieg,
so-
man, and he'll kill everyone.
Yeah, I mean, I don't doubt it, man.
He's
That
absolutely
kid's
insane,
hot.
that Krieg,
Just
man.
saying.
I think he could be runner-up for best in the world if he stuck to his game and really got down.
Yeah,
there.
him,
Especially
Breezy, Elige, Simple, and Zayu are the four best players in the world right now.
Didn't
Simple
right
for
now.
sure.
Yeah.
Now they did get knocked out of the DreamHack Malmo.
DreamHack, yeah. They got 0-4 in Malmo, did they not? They
They lost a best of one, and then they lost a best of three to Mouse Sports.
Yeah,
Which is pretty rough, but you know.
But I mean, what do you think could have brought that about? I mean, they just came back from New York after winning, ESL.
Jet lag. Blame it on the jet lag.
Blame it on the jet
lag, bro.
Blame it on the jet lag.
They just beat Astralis like a couple, like a week or two beforehand, man. And then they come up to this next to DreamHack and then completely wiped out, and it's not even a question. They're not going to anywhere with DreamHack. But either way,
I mean, it's not a huge tournament. Like, it's a DreamHack tournament. It's like,
yeah, it's DreamHack, but it's still like, how do you go from beating considerably the best in the world?
yeah,
Not really. They're not number one, but they're considerably the best in the world, and then turning around and then getting bitch smacked by like basically a hobo on the street. It doesn't make sense to me.
Well, okay, you can't call Mouse Sports a hobo on the street, man.
No, I'm okay. No,
They've got Kerrigan, they've got Rops, they've got Woxic. Like, dude, it's a great team. I think Mouse Sports has been underperforming recently, to be honest, because they have a star-studded fucking roster. I don't know. They keep losing, but I guess not against NA teams, apparently.
not against NA teams. NACS, haha, right?
Maybe they just weren't giving it the same level of like, not like
maybe they
thought.
weren't.
Like they just weren't trying as hard, as they would against like a team like Astralis.
Yeah.
Maybe they just thought they were just gonna like dumpster them real quick. But then, they
Yeah,
showed
but I
up
mean,
and Mouse
the-
Sports
the
just
whole-
fucking gave it their all. And fucking pulled through.
didn't get a
you know?
Exactly. Yeah, Mouse Sports is just the better team on the day. but
Maybe,
the
yeah,
thing-
exactly.
the NACS meme, that shit's dead. Okay.
It's dead.
Because we have two teams in the top three right now, Liquid and EG. Liquid's still number one team. I don't know how that works necessarily. Because
How? They are?
It
I don't.
doesn't make
Yeah,
sense.
I don't know if they
they're making
deserve to
it-
stay there, but
Listen, I'm
They're
not saying
making
they're
it to
bad.
finals,
like,
but they're not.
but
yeah, by no means is Liquid bad.
no,
but
but like,
I'm not sure that
I
they're.
don't, I don't think they're
best team in
top.
the
After
world.
like watching what I saw in ESL1,
Yeah,
it's kind of hard to give it to him. That was wasn't the best performance,
I mean,
especially from
can
Stewie 2K. Man, he was kind of lacking.
Compared
Yeah.
to their
No?
previous
Can they bring it
performance,
back? 100%.
Oh yeah,
they can bring it
definitely,
back.
especially with that
But-
team too. That team's got potential for sure.
The thing is, like, when they won the 5 tournaments in the row during the year after the major, after Katowice,
Mm-hmm.
dude, they were all fragging. Like, they had no one was not fragging on their team during those 5 tournaments, and they were all just popping off. And that's what you saw at Star Ladder, and that's what you saw at ESL1 New York. Was some of them just weren't fragging.
Yeah,
That's
I
right.
100% agree.
Stewie wasn't popping off. Naf was. The
He
thing
did
about
pretty
Naf
good.
is
He did good in
either
some
top
games.
frags. Naf either top frags or bottom frags. That's kind of the thing with Naf.
100%.
I feel.
I agree. He's like kind of streaky almost.
Yeah, Elige is honestly probably my favorite player in the world. That man is consistent, and he's always fragging. But Liquid can definitely bring it back to the top.
Yeah.
I really noticed that Stewie wasn't performing as well whenever it was that match on Overpass, where what's his name from
That game was
Astralis
rough to
hit
watch.
2 crazy insane shots. He just got a call that they were over by truck, and he hit
Device, yeah.
Device hit 2 shots over on truck. I wasn't sure if it was Device or not, to be honest with you. But then whenever he peeks around Van, Stewie's just sitting there crouched with a Krieg, and he didn't
Yeah,
make
in
a
the corner,
call.
like
Oh,
looking at the
yeah.
What are you
fucking
doing?
wall.
You're just cowering
Yeah,
away,
dude,
bro?
that game, when they pull up the face cams and you can see Stewie's face, man, he is livid, and you can see it in his face. Like, he had like
He
in
wasn't
the
having
first half of that map, I think he had 4 kills. He was going like 4 and like 12, 15, something around like along those lines.
I mean, that all
He
plays
was-
a
he was
part of it
struggling.
too, you know. Fucking just he's probably beating himself up, you know. He's like,
Yeah,
damn,
it's-
dude, like I'm fucking shit right now.
At the end of the map, I think he had like somewhere like 15 kills or something around there. But
Still,
Yeah, they're
still,
only human, man. So, like, of course, he's gonna get into his own head, just as any of us would.
yeah,
you know?
no, 100%.
An example, no one has met this person yet, anyone that's listening, but Kermit, last night, he was getting into his own head pretty hard during that play session.
yeah,
Oh yeah,
we were
To
playing
think
some of the
that
new
pros
scrimmage
don't do
maps
that to
because they just
themselves?
added Mirage and Cash.
we got clips. I'll be on YouTube of that, by the way, for anyone watching.
Shameless
Nomads,
plug.
Seaside,
Shameless plug.
Nomads on YouTube. Check out
Seaside
clips of
is an
Kermit raging.
amazing scrimmage map, man. I love Seaside. I hope they
I
put
do
it
too.
into the actual competitive pool soon, because
I love that
I
map.
think we could put our place on that, to be honest.
I mean, I don't know about putting it in
Dominate
the
on that.
actual competitive pool, but I do love the map for scrimmage and stuff like that. It's really fun.
Hey man, I kind of like the idea of it being on fucking competitive pool. I love that fucking map personally.
A much more compact map like that and the way the angles and whatnot on it, the design, the art style of it, it's an enjoyable map to play on.
I definitely
Yeah,
do like the
100%.
smaller maps. The only thing is though is the mid.
Yeah, mid is pretty way over.
Because the T side, you can literally just sit there with a Krieg and just tap any CTs that try to cross to B, and it's a little rough.
Yeah.
Well, if you peek as a CT, you can get tapped on an AUG. I mean, we did it. We did it all last night. I know
Yeah,
they
but
were
if you're
trash, but
if
come
you're
on.
playing against some kids that are actually good, I guarantee you that would not be fun.
Yeah, I was also getting, 4Ks with the fucking scout. So that's how you know those guys were pretty fucking trash. When I'm
Well,
out
I've
here
already
hitting
learned.
4Ks.
I've already learned a pop flash on that map as well, though.
Yeah, same
Jump on top of
over.
the icebox.
Or I was just saying, when you're running over to A ramp, when you're going up that backside, you can just throw one right over like where that mesh fence is, and it goes straight over and it bounces off the wall in front over that truck, and it flashes the T coming out of spawn.
That could possibly give them enough time to peek away from it, though.
Yeah, you gotta be like quick. There's like a perfect time you can hit it, like right as you're going past the water by like that door almost looking thing, and it pops right over and it flashes right in front of them right as you're peeking out. I'll show you next time we're on. It's a pretty decent one.
Oh yeah, we'll probably be streaming that tonight.
Yeah, 100%, 100%.
Let's get
Throw some
let's get
seaside
some
on.
it.
Absolutely.
So Ian, I know you had you wanted to talk about Kyo moving over to G2.
Kiyoshima, yes, he apparently didn't have an amazing time on G2. I mean, he said that coming in from just being on the team for like a week and then bang going into ESL 1 New York, he didn't really find a place on the team or an identity with it, so to say. So, and not to mention that he was also calling on some of the maps. I believe Overpass and Inferno are the maps that he called, if I'm not mistaken.
Really?
Yeah, he was calling for them because Shocks was taken out, and him and
Yeah,
Almanac were calling, I believe. He just didn't really have that great of a time. But as he's been in hiatus for 2 years or so before he came back, and
Well, he was on Cloud9 earlier this year, right? At the end of last year. Yeah, he was on Cloud9, but he wasn't
educating.
like they didn't accomplish shit. Cloud9's rough, dude. They got a rough team right now.
He's been previously called the problem in his time on FaZe, and that may have been true, but his hiatus and the way he came back in ESL 1 New York, let alone calling for the team and whatnot, and what he was doing for G2, he still came back with fire in his eyes, and he fragged out and on a couple of games, especially in the early group stages. He got a lot of he got a lot of good plays.
Well, and that's the thing, right? So under the circumstances he was under, I was watching the analyst desk during the New York coverage. He, they basically just had him lurking, and then the other team, like the rest of the team, would go do their own thing, and like that's how he was calling. He would lurk, and he would, whenever people were rotating, try and get some picks, see if they were rotating, off sites and stuff like that, and that's how he would call.
Yes, of course, and it's
So it's not
hard
like he was under great circumstances. They didn't really give him the tools for success and stuff like that. He's only a sub, a temporary player until they find someone.
And Shock's leaving G2. If for those who don't know, I believe Shox was on Envious with him back in 2016 during that era.
Yeah, dude, Shox
That's
is
where Q
at
really
one
fucking
point.
popped off.
At one point, Shox was like one of the best players in the world, man.
Debatable. Well, arguably, yeah, but I don't know. I don't know about that. All I'm trying to say is Kia didn't really have a great time with G2. As he was calling on some maps and whatnot, it wasn't a great time for him at ESL One New York. But he still came, he performed, and I'd like to show a little throwback of Keo here.
Yeah. Let me just
Ted, if you don't mind
throw
pulling
that
up.
clip up for you, bud. Man, he is a beast
And
of a
this is
player.
an old 1.6 map. He used to be crazy back in this era. He was only 17, I believe, at this time. He used to play with SK. No, he didn't used to play
up
with
on the
SK. I
box. He
believe he
takes
was
1-2, turns a 180, but then
three
Kyoshima
max.
shows up.
I'm sorry.
And we're going to be in a 2v2, 35
He's
seconds.
actually
The bomb being put
clutching
down,
against
but
us.
look at this flusher
It's
through the
on
smoke,
Mirage.
and he
Old
drops him. He's
Mirage.
got 8 bullets left.
Way old
Kyoshima has to go for the quad kill here to win the round and extend this series.
Yeah, see, I never played Counter-Strike back during
22 seconds, and it's
I never played
Kyo
1.6
That's
with Keo. I
right.
subbed in.
All right, we're
to
good,
G2.
boys.
All right,
And
boys, we're back.
now
Just
they're
had some
picking-
technical difficulties. We're on Shox leaving G2 for Vitality.
Yep, we just left off with a 1.6 Kiyoshima, and this could tie in. Kiyoshima was subbed onto G2 because Shox left just before ESL One New York, I believe, right?
Yeah,
joined
Shox. Yeah, Shox didn't play in New York.
They picked up Nexa and Hunter, though, I believe, right?
Yeah, I was reading. So apparently the contracts that Crazy had written up for Nexa and Hunter were kind of scuffed. They had like $999 million buyouts or something, basically, so they couldn't leave the fucking roster.
Jesus.
Really, right? What?
And I guess they found, I don't know, basically something happened to where G2 got Nexa and Hunter without having to buy them out. Is essentially what happened, because their contracts with Crazy were like some illegal contracts, or they weren't correctly written.
Totally
just-
bogus contracts.
Yeah, they got Nexa and Hunter without having to pay anything, which is pretty good pickup, honestly. Like shit.
No way.
They had some FaZe Clan contracts.
Now these guys are
Yeah,
new
something
names.
like that.
These guys are pretty new names to me. Can we get educated on them a little bit?
So Nexa and Hunter, if you watched the Katowice Major, they were on Valiance. And then after Katowice, they changed, somewhere like in the middle of the year, they changed their team name. They rebranded to Crazy, CR4ZY.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Okay.
at Starlight, they did amazing. Nexa and Hunter were popping off. Their team did really well. I believe they got into the New Legends stage. Don't quote me on that. But they did really well. They placed fairly high for this, for a team that not really that many people have heard of.
Yeah.
And people started trying to poach them. G2's the org's owner is well known for poaching players, so
Huh.
he went out and did what he's well known for and poached some players from an up and coming team. And Crazy's roster is pretty much, I don't know how well they're going to do now that Nexa and
That's
Hunter are
fucking
gone.
hilarious. But how else are you supposed to build a grade A team? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean that's true. I mean you got to get
I
your
mean, I don't
players from
blame him.
somewhere.
He runs a business. He's got to fucking have a team that wins tournaments and stuff.
Exactly. At the end of the day, it's still a fucking business. They got to make
Yep.
money.
Exactly.
You know. It looks like we're past all those problems with Twitch finally. All right. Jeez, man, Twitch. Whew. You step it up there, boys.
We might have to move over to Mixer, boys.
Ninja, let me get a deal.
Yeah, let's get a contract, boys. Microsoft,
Bring
give
it
me
over.
up.
Come
Can we
on.
talk about that?
Hey.
Why did he do that? Why would you ever?
It had to be for the check. Just saying. There's the only
Why would
thing
you
you
ever
do
do
is
okay,
for the
it's the
check.
check. I watched his girlfriend or wife did an interview with I forget who the interview was with. I gotta come more prepared probably next time. But he was trying to do external brand deals with like, I think it was like Adidas and like some other big companies. But apparently in his Twitch contract, he wasn't allowed to pursue those. So that's why he
Really?
went over to Microsoft. He got a fat check and he gets better brand deals. from
Yeah,
it.
he's sponsored by
So-
Adidas. I just saw that. Watched a video where he goes shoe shopping with Complex, and he's actually coming out with his own custom shoes through Adidas.
Yeah.
Fucking,
Yeah, his own
they're being
Adidas
designed
collab
by this guy who's designed a bunch of shoes. Can't remember his name right now, but man, I'm sure they're gonna get some dope shoes. I'd probably buy some Ninja shoes. You guys know how I like my fucking Jordans and shit, so if I have to, cop a
With your
pair.
musty ass feet. By the way.
Hey, you're
What
mad
do you
because
think the resell on those would be though? Nothing.
it depends. I mean,
It depends how rare they
Ninja
are.
has a lot
Shoe
of
prices-
fucking fans too. You gotta remember
Yep.
that he does have a lot of fans who are little
You
kids.
know how many 12-year-olds are going to be asking
Yep.
their moms
Like,
to
Mom,
buy them
Mom,
those shoes? You know?
go get me Ninja shoes. They're fucking 8 different colors. I need them now.
Let's say they make them an adult size though. Is anyone gonna buy them? Or are they?
If
like,
they
should
look
just make the
clean as
children buy
fuck,
them?
if they look dope as fuck, I'd buy them.
It would just be like blue and yellow coloring, would it not be?
I have no clue. That's what I'm saying. If they look
Like,
dope, I'll buy
I
them.
can go onto the Nike website.
But it's not just the colorway, it's the way it's like it looks. Well, he might get his own like shoe. Like they're designing him a shoe. You
like
know what I
a
mean?
signature. Like
Yeah,
any
yeah,
other,
like a signature.
Professional would get a signature.
Yeah,
shoe,
exactly.
I don't know because looking from the standpoint that a lot of people buy shoes and then resell them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%.
What's the like? Say 5 years from now, are people going to be looking for Ninja shoes? 2 years from now, are people going to be looking for Ninja shoes?
Depends how dope they look.
It depends.
To be honest.
Look at
I
the
guess
same
you gotta-
standpoint as Michael Jordan. If you want to like compare him to, in a way, Ninja's kind of
Can
like
we
the
pull
Michael
these shoes
Jordan of. There's no pictures of him yet. They're not out yet.
Okay.
Yeah, unfortunately. But I mean, look at it in the same way as Michael Jordan was to basketball. Ninja could be like that towards Twitch or towards like gaming. He's made it like so fucking mainstream with like his family friendly approach and like getting all these viewers and just I don't know, staying in the limelight. He does a bunch of like TV appearances and stuff like that. He was on Ellen. He was
One of the
on
big
Jimmy
things-
Kimmel, like shit like that.
He is a
One of the big
celebrity.
things
Yeah.
is he went way out of his way to keep his stream like kid friendly. Like he doesn't
Swear
during the day
yeah.
he doesn't curse. Like none of his guests that like people he plays with can
curse
swear and
either.
stuff like that. Yeah, he keeps it really family friendly, and then he does his night streams, which are like his after hours thing where he plays with his homies and they all do crazy stuff.
Yeah, that cuss and like
Yeah,
get wild clips and make fun of each other and shit.
wilding out.
Wilding
Wildin'
out with the boys. Hell yeah. Gotta be wilding out with the boys.
Anyways, Tevin, let's not sit on CS:GO for too long. What do you?
Yeah,
talk
I know you
about?
wanted to talk about the Overwatch League finals.
Whoo!
And please
$1.1
educate
million
both me
game.
and Timmy. We have no idea. We have
Man,
no idea
you
anything
guys
about
missed
I know
out.
a little bit about Overwatch, but
Yeah,
Overwatch
I know.
is
I
really,
know you guys
it's
have
really
had your
dad's
fair share of playing a little bit of competitive Overwatch here and there.
raged a little bit.
Little bit
here
of
and there.
rage quitting, that comes along with it because that game is toxic.
I would
as
never
hell.
abandon a game though. Never. I would.
No.
never do it.
No.
Of course. Not.
I've never just all F4 during a game. Never done that.
Not a
Not
single
me.
time.
Couldn't be me.
Yeah, I couldn't even think of it.
No, that's just not a thing I would do. But anyways, so as you guys know, last weekend on the 29th, Vancouver Titans and San Francisco Shock frickin' battled it out for 1.1 milli, dude. Over at where was this at? In right over by you, Ian, actually, in Philadelphia.
Yeah.
Is where they had it. Is that the Barclays Center or is that the
Barclays is in New York.
That's
Barclays is in New York.
whatever the big arena is by you guys. I can't remember what it's called. But that's where they
Probably
battle it
Musty
out
'cause
there.
it's in Philly.
Yeah.
Yeah, more than likely. I would. You want to go to Philadelphia, Tad? Neither do I. Yeah.
No,
okay.
exactly. Yeah, I definitely don't want to go there. But
I hate to
anyways,
see it.
they it was a quick final, so if I'm gonna be honest here. Freaking Shock wiped the Titans 4-0. And let me tell you, man, in that first map, Lijiang Tower, they just swept them 2-0. Not even a chance for the freaking Titans at all. They just walked all over them.
I didn't watch all of the games, all of the maps, because ESL 1 New York was happening at the same exact time as the Overwatch League finals.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But I did tune in like during the ad breaks and stuff like that, and I noticed like dude, the Shock or Shock 1, right?
Yeah, the Shock 1. 4-0.
Yeah, the Shock, like it was like 4-0 or something like that. Like it didn't even seem like a close game.
Yeah, it really wasn't. And then on that,
I tuned in during Anubis, I think.
Ooh.
And the Shock pulled out the May strat on their defense, I believe. And it was disrespectful, man.
And
it didn't.
Let me tell you, man, Anubis is brutal too. That second push to that second checkpoint where you're just going down that corridor, or you can go left or right, and either way you just got hallways. Man, that is just a tunnel of death there. And that's the Titans felt that same fucking death we felt whenever we played that map, and they just couldn't push through.
Yeah, right.
Man, they went into overtime on that map with the Shock too, and the Shock was just able to frickin' pull it out. You want to hear the frickin' crazy thing?
I love the 2-2-2 like mandatory thing now.
Yeah,
you're actually seeing You're actually seeing DPS players come out and like do their thing.
You're seeing.
I know Doomfist is a big thing in the meta now.
Exactly. That's exactly where I was about to go, man. Frickin' a huge part of them actually winning was their MVP for the whole season 2 of OWL. Frickin' Sinatra. Frickin' what a beast on Doomfist and frickin' Zarya. Holy shit!
Sinatra's who I saw on the May, right?
Yeah, that was he played May too. He is fucking. Here, I got a clip for you boys real quick. Fucking show you guys some shit. Frickin' this guy is fucking insane, guys. Hold up, let me pull this full screen. Get it going for you. Check this out.
Sinatra. All eyes should be on Sinatra in the Shock. Sinatra is the one that they built around because he just pumps out unreal damage. He's got mad mechanical skill. He's been an absolute prodigy, a phenom. Don't be scared, guys. We can still win.
His tracking is insane.
Signed by the
Can you link that up real quick?
Ooh, that 3K. Oh, I thought you were gonna watch it through the stream.
This individual is a player who would shine. They were right. Sinatra MVP candidate where Zarya played. But in dive and on the Doomfist, he dominated.
Ooh.
Absolutely living up to the
Right,
hype.
though.
Sinatra makes the play. It's time for Sinatra, baby. Ladies and gentlemen.
Man, what'd I tell you? Sends fucking chills, man. Kid's a fucking beast. The way he just fucking glides around with fucking Doomfist is just fucking insane.
One of the most entertaining things, in my opinion, is watching an insane tier Tracer player
Oh,
just
yeah.
like run fucking circles around people. I love it, dude.
And they're just like impossible to hit, and they're just
Yep.
freaking ducking left and right, just fucking going every which way. Fucking, it's
Yep.
insane. Other little bit of big news, just for freaking Overwatch in general, all of esports almost, is freaking the Philadelphia Fusion are getting their first fucking own, like it's a built stadium just for esports. It's gonna have the whole works. It's gonna have like multiple stages, a grand finale stage, testing stage, or what are they called, like group stages, I think is what they call them, right?
Yeah.
You have the group stages and the finale stage. Here, I think I got a little clip you guys can watch if you haven't seen this already. It is frickin'. Ooh, check this out.
Oh yeah,
boys.
that arena looks fucking gorgeous.
Yeah,
man.
it's gonna roll the clip. So
I just hope the outside looks as good as the inside,
I do too.
because Philadelphia doesn't have a great cityscape. As much as surrounding cities. It's become a big thing out there in Philadelphia. Maybe it's a thing in general. That'd be really nice to see. Bring people together out there.
Well, that looks nice on the outside. Yeah, that's badass, man. And the thing that's cool about that too, Activision owns the Call of Duty franchise, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
So we're probably gonna be seeing some fucking COD World League or COD Franchise League games in that stadium as well, which is going to be really cool to see.
That's what I was gonna say. You know, with Call of Duty franchising, the same way that Overwatch did, obviously, and it's been kind of a success with Overwatch. Honestly, they've built up rivalries this year, like with frickin' the Shock and Titans. Preseason they were 1-1, and then frickin' postseason they went 1-1, and then they played in the grand finales. The Shock swept them, but still, that's a good rivalry right there.
Yeah.
Trading games throughout the seasons and then, duking it out freaking in the grand finales. You freaking love to see it. That's how you build fans,
sir.
That's why people watch the NFL, is because they got this kinship with the team almost.
Yeah, and COD's doing the same thing where they have COD's obviously 5v5, and then they have rosters of I think 7 to 9 players or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So they can sub in people on certain maps, or if they need a different sub player, an AR player, and stuff like that.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I don't know I know you didn't really watch it, but the Shock, that's exactly what they do. In between games, in between maps, they would swap out players as needed. I can't remember who actually switched. I think the second game Sinatra didn't play. They swapped him out for their other DPS because he was better at a certain hero for that map. All that shit plays in, because then we can have for a Call of Duty team, star players on a certain map, then they go play Search on a different map, and they got, someone who can carry out on there.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna segue into Call of Duty, man, because that game. Ever since the beta, that's the only game I've been fucking thinking about. I haven't had that much fun in an FPS in so fucking long, dude. I don't know what it was about it, but the search mode, the cyber attack, where it's the bombs in the middle, and everyone's got to grab it, and oh man, it's so fun.
How long did we stream and play for the other day? Probably 6 hours, 7 hours of just. Man, we could not stop laughing, couldn't stop playing, dude. Let me tell you, that is the best Call of Duty, that new Modern Warfare that's coming out. That's going to be the best one in a long time. I can't wait for
so
personally.
many damn hours into that game, and
Same.
I only played it 3-4 days or something like that. That's all I played for those 4 days.
Same.
The entire time it was out, it's all I fucking played.
I can't wait for the story mode too. I don't know about you guys, but man, in the
Yes.
old Modern Warfares and shit, those story modes were badass. I think, what is it, Modern Warfare 1 or Modern Warfare 2? At
COD
the
4
end, when you get
Modern Warfare
betrayed
2.
by your captain and he shoots you, dude, that is fucking, oh my god, that was fucking life-changing. I was like, yo, this dude betrayed me, and he's giving me all my missions this entire game. I thought this was my fucking guy, and he fucking traded up on me real quick. But,
You really hate to
shit
see
happens.
that, honestly.
I can't wait to see how stealthy and whatnot it's going to be, much like Modern Warfare 2 was, because they brought out that night vision goggles mode during the beta, and that excited me to see because of Modern Warfare 2. It had that, those night vision missions where you could see the laser coming off your gun, and it's the slow combat. It's not like you're going around and there's just a bunch of people shooting at each other. It's you taking down that ship mission in Modern Warfare 2. That's so iconic, and I love the stealth element in that.
Think about it. How many years has it been since you played that game? 4 or 5? And you still remember the mission,
Exactly.
That's what I'm saying. That's the shit I want from this next Modern Warfare. Not like these recent AAA games that have been coming out, For example, Anthem. Man, dude, I was so excited for that game, and oh my god, what a disappointment,
of a fucking
boys!
launch, dude.
Holy shit!
I'm so glad I didn't fucking pre-order that game. I would have been fucking pissed, yo.
Dude, listen. So the
fucking
premise of the
livid,
game, being able to be Iron Man, goddamn near, that's pretty much what you're doing.
Yeah, it's Destiny 2, but you're in fucking Iron Man suits.
Exactly.
basically.
It sounds super cool, but poorly fucking executed. You play for fucking. I put in at least 60, 70 hours. And I got
sorry.
4. Yeah, thank you. I can't get that fucking time back from my life. And I got maybe 3 legendary weapons. It's just it's an endless grind, and then the shit you get isn't even rewarding. What's the fucking point?
Didn't they recently announce that what is it called? The plan for the DLC and stuff like that?
They canceled the roadmap.
The
Yep.
roadmap. Yeah, they fucking canceled that shit. So it's like
Yep.
they had like a 10-year plan for the game or something. That shit's dead
Yep.
completely.
They
EA's like,
gave
this is a
up.
money pit.
They had
EA's fucking
No way.
they literally had 3 phases that they were gonna do, just like from the beginning, and like they got into like halfway through the first phase, and they're like, we're not doing this anymore, guys. And they pulled like a ton of their resources from that team. They said they weren't giving up on the game. I heard from their the director of the game, the manager, whatever you want to call him, and they said they weren't giving up on the game. But I mean, that's what they always say. So we'll see.
Because I remember they were doing like a couple months ago. They were still doing development streams where the devs would go and stream the game and they'd answer questions in the chat and stuff like that.
Yeah, but they gave up on those.
Yeah, like the game's totally fun. There's no hope for fucking.
And they won't release like their active player count, things like that. It's kind of shady. It kind of just shows like where that game is already, and it's only been out 6 months maybe.
Yeah, I doubt anyone plays that game. I sincerely doubt anyone plays that game at all.
I bet you there's like a small core group of fans who are like really into it, hoping EA, who haven't been like fucked by EA yet, who like think maybe they'll turn it around.
What do you mean people who haven't been fucked by EA yet? Everyone's been fucked by
everyone that plays video games has been fucked by EA at least like a
I
couple
don't know if you
times.
guys remember. I don't know if you guys played this when Battlefront 2 came out, the newer one obviously by EA for fucking. I got it when it came out on like PS4 a couple of years ago. And it was like all when like the loot box rage was going on when it was like pay to win and shit like that.
Yeah.
But dude, check this out. So there was this like cheat you could do where you just went into a game lobby, you got both your thumbsticks to push up so it looked like you were like doing some shit in the game, and you could just leave your shit AFK for hours and just farm gold. So I would just farm gold, buy the loot crates, and I had the top tier guy in Battlefront 2 when it was like pay to win without paying any money.
Loki, I remember you telling me this story. When
Yeah.
Because we went and we all got the EA Access thing where you pay like whatever $15 a month or something and you play all the games.
Mm-hmm.
Which
We played Borderlands 2
didn't
for
really
like
have a lot of games.
a week or two, and it was just like it might not be pay to win, but like I don't know.
It feels like it.
Yeah,
It like
it's
I don't know
rough.
with like the loot crates and shit. I don't know. It's just weird.
Yeah.
It's just
That's
it
the
feels
thing-
scummy. It feels
Well,
like
like
you gotta
EA's
gamble to play.
Like I've never been into FIFA or whatever. Like I used to play soccer when I was a kid, but I never like got into the video games and
Yeah.
stuff. But
Yeah,
there's
same
like
here.
entire YouTube like communities of like British YouTubers that all they do is open FIFA packs.
Yeah.
And they get millions of fucking views, and like literally that whole game is you just buy packs to
This-
open like cards. It's like getting like baseball cards, except it's a fucking video game, and you have to rebuy them every year when they release a fucking new one.
Literally. Dude,
It's like-
the second biggest streamer on Twitch right now, Mana Black 88 or 66, something like that. He's a
Yeah.
FIFA streamer. That's all he does. He's like from Brazil or like, some shit
Yeah.
like that. And he just like freaking plays FIFA and opens up the packs, and he's got a shit ton of freaking followers.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
not the
yeah.
play.
So
It's not the play.
I got a question for you boys. Have you guys heard who the new face of Twitch is with the highest amount of sub count?
Who's that?
Little known streamer known as XQC.
Really?
He is the most sub to person on Twitch right now.
I'm not bashing the guy, but but I don't know, man. If I'm Twitch, like if you like to watch XQC, like more power to you. But if I'm a Twitch executive and I'm watching this man's streams,
He's not
Like,
going to be the
dude, that-
face.
that
There's
is
no
not-
way.
That is not the guy I want to be the fucking most sub person on Twitch.
Hey, let me just say, I watch XQC. I like him. Like, don't get me wrong, but man, is he toxic. But it's kind of funny, man. It's fucking entertaining. Like, you got to give
Yeah,
it to him for that.
Yeah, he is hilarious.
It's fucking
But
incredibly
he's
funny
definitely
to
not.
watch.
He's definitely not for kids.
Oh, 100%
Or at
not.
least- He's
No.
definitely not like someone. Like if you're trying to introduce someone to Twitch,
No,
you're not gonna pull up
no.
an XQC stream
And
of him
just
play like
fucking
Overwatch or some
screaming and punching his keyboard.
shit. Yeah, man,
Yeah.
that's not it.
Now that's when you pull up the Summit Rage video and just watch him Summit smash his fucking monitor. That's what you show people. That's the move right there.
That was my first introduction to Summit. I didn't know who Summit was. This was like a year ago, or more even. I'm just sitting there like watching my CS streamers. Excuse me, and one of them pulls up this clip, and Summit's playing in like an H1Z1 tournament. He runs into like a convenience store in H1Z1 to try to run away from this guy. And this guy runs in and kills him, and he's like, he looks at his name, like it comes up with the guy that killed him, and his name was like Summit Sucks, or I don't know. It was a stream sniper. And the guy, he turns and looks at his webcam, he just socks his fucking monitor. It's literally the greatest Twitch clip of all time.
You hate to see it. It's awesome though. That's awesome.
That's fucking
That one,
Fucking
or
Summit, dude.
have you guys seen the one? It's like a Latin kid. I think he might have been Brazilian or something like that. But he's sitting there playing like some MM, and he's like, "Green, what is your problem, Green?" And then he TKs his teammate, and he gets kicked from the game, and he starts punching his desk as hard as he can, and his entire setup just falls. Like his desk starts shaking. His webcam falls off his monitor arm like breaks, and like, it's the greatest.
Here,
greatest
let
thing
me see if
We
I can
pull that
find
up
this.
really quick.
Look up Green. What is your problem? Or what is your problem, Green?
Oh my god.
It is a great clip.
Let me throw this up real quick. Oh, here we go. 10 months ago.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, this is him.
It's not super long, but it's so great.
Throw it up real quick.
Green, what's your problem, Green? What is your problem? Missile alone ramp.
But yeah, so you're gonna be playing the COD with me, right, man?
Yeah, I'm gonna pre-order it
Holy
eventually.
crap, this kid broke all of his keys.
As I said, I was really trying to keep away from watching the any gameplay footage or anything like that.
Here, let's watch this.
I just had it played for the stream. Oh my gosh, this man just destroyed it. Whew.
Did you see his monitor fall off?
Yeah, man. Holy shit. That is brutal. My god.
So rough.
Yeah, that's definitely fucking rough. That's for fucking sure. But man, I'm telling you, the second this Modern Warfare comes out, it's over, boys.
That clip right there, that's what I looked like when I played Siege, man. That's how I was when I played Siege. I put like 1,300 hours into that game in a couple months.
How do you feel about it now, Tim? What are your feelings about Siege now?
How do I feel about the game?
Yeah.
Or the time I put into it?
The game itself.
The game, I mean, it's not a bad game, but it is not for me. It's just it's too fucking complicated.
I can agree. It's
Like-
really not a shooter that you can really wrap your head around if you're coming from another competitive shooter that you've really put a lot of hours.
See, and like I did it backwards from what a lot of other people did. Like I started off with PUBG, and then went to Siege, and then went to CS. And most people went from like CS to Siege or whatever.
Yeah.
CS is by far and away the better fucking game.
Um,
I don't think you're ever gonna find a better first person shooter
on a
than
sports standpoint,
Counter-Strike.
to where it's like everything is round, and you got to use your mental power, like an actual
Yeah.
sport would. Like you got to be smart to play the game. You know what I mean?
Yep.
You're not able to select a character, and I'm not saying that Siege isn't balanced or and that you don't have to be smart to play Siege at a competitive level. But what I'm saying is that with Siege, there are characters that can give you an advantage on your enemy, depending on who it is. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So it's just I don't know. It's not.
It's
for me.
almost
I
like
don't
a
games
MOBA.
that
It's
can
almost like
do
a
that.
MOBA in that way, where it's like
Yes.
yeah, I don't like that style of play. That's another reason. Like the new COD, the Modern Warfare, that's one thing because it literally feels. It doesn't feel like Modern Warfare 2 or whatever, but it's like a simple. There's no like.
It's just a shooter.
Specialist or whatever. Yeah, it's just a shooter. There's no specialist where you gotta fucking. You put down like a barricade that shoots like heat waves off it that kill you
Oh
if you
my
walk
god, it's
into
so
it.
stupid.
There's no like deployable barbed fucking wire.
I was about to say, I like how Modern Warfare is stepping away from like how all these other games are doing these hero shooters, you know, where how Overwatch kind of did it, where you pick a hero and they
Yeah.
have a set amount of abilities, and then you go in. I mean, they kind of did that with Modern Warfare, or not Modern Warfare, with Black Ops 4, you know? Like how you're just explaining how each operator has like its own like ability. Like there was the guy with the riot shield who could shoot through it, and he was pretty much invincible and
While
could
he
kill
was
people
sprinting, he
for
could
like
shoot
30
through
seconds. What kind of fucking ability is that?
Yeah.
Explain, Activision. Explain.
See, and that's the thing. Those operators were banned in competitive play. In COD World League, you couldn't use those specialists.
So they obviously knew it was a bad idea.
Why? Yeah. Why the fuck can you play them in a public match?
Yeah, really.
It's
It makes no sense. And now they have one where it's a robot that got added like a couple months ago or something. It's a robot that runs around, kind of like the one from Black Ops 3, where his specialist ability, he pulls out a fucking chain gun or some shit that has no recoil
Jesus.
and kills people in like 2 bullets. You just run around with a gun that has no recoil and unlimited bullets for a certain amount of time, and you just destroy kids.
So I heard this interesting perspective about why companies put OP things in games like this. I want to hear what you guys think about this. So I was watching this video by this guy, the Fortnite guy, about why Epic Games puts in like these OP shit. Like, you know how like they had the sword that could one-tap people, or they had like the robot, the mech things that were just like you could kill even
For the filthy
pros.
casuals, bro.
Yeah, so that they could win those games and shit. But what he was saying is he thought, and I kind of agree with him on this, is he thought that they add these kind of things to stir up like controversy about their game so that they're like, you know, in the headlines again, and that more people will come back to try out this new OP shit, and they'll think like maybe they'll keep playing the game. Do you think this is like a marketing move?
They don't need to do
from
that.
companies?
I
I
never
never
get in the
thought- I
news
never
by their
thought about
earnings
that.
being down.
What's up? Repeat that, Ian.
I said they don't need to do that. They can get
They
in the news
don't.
by their earnings being down.
Well, I
Yeah,
mean,
exactly.
Fortnite-
But no
Fortnite
one's
did
gonna-
it, and I think they indirectly killed their game by bringing in mechs and stuff like that. The mechs killed their game.
Because they pissed off all the pros. They pissed off the
Exactly.
Twitch streamers. Fucking
Well-
Tim the Tat, man, someone who plays every goddamn fucking day, or Ninja who played every day, were even playing WoW because they hated the mech so much. You know?
Yeah.
I agree with that for sure.
Agreeable. It was cool to see the mechs in there, though. I'm not gonna. I thought it was a cool addition.
Yeah, from like a
wasn't even
casual
because it was-
standpoint, yeah.
You
I'm
mostly
gonna
saw them in team play. It's not like you were running around solos grabbing.
Nah,
mechs and
here's the
shit.
thing, dude. In the solo like tournaments, fucking for cash, people were fucking hopping in the mechs and like
Yeah, like the cash
Oh,
cups.
there's-
yeah,
they
like
did have
cash
them in
cups.
solo?
Yeah, they had them in solo. They took them out now,
What?
but at first they were in fucking tournament play and shit.
That's ridiculous.
And fucking pros who were doing solo cash cups would like team up, hop in one, and then just go murk everyone. And then fucking like duke it out at the end or something, I guess.
Wow, that's
Yeah,
so
that's not the
Yeah,
play.
like that's lame as fuck in
It's
my
kind of like
opinion.
Blackout kind of has a similar deal in
Blackout's trash.
yeah, I mean yeah,
What a
but it's
flop.
like it's the only battle royale that's half decent on console other than Fortnite, in my opinion. Because PUBG on controller is not.
I gotta give it to Apex Legends,
No.
man. I think
Okay,
Apex
yeah,
Legends is the
okay.
best battle royale game,
To
in
be
my
honest,
opinion.
I kind of forgot Apex existed. I'm not gonna lie.
See, that's-
that
that's-
game's actually pretty good.
See, that's not a good statement, though.
But
See, if you forgot it existed, it can't be that good. You know what I mean?
yeah,
I'm not.
but Blackout, they added tanks.
They added
and-
fucking
What?
tanks.
Like I've been watching Formal. He's a pro COD player, and he streams Blackout just to fuck around and just play a game with
Mhm.
his buddies. And I swear, every time he's in like the last couple players alive, the last person, other than the people on his squad, always have a tank. Like, it's kind of the same deal as the mechs.
Yeah,
If you're one of the last people alive, you have a tank, you have a mech, you have whatever.
you're
You're gonna
winning.
win the fucking. You're gonna win the fucking the game.
But what are you supposed
That
to
is
do
so
against a tank?
bogus.
Like, what were you gonna like? Hopefully, have a rocket
Well,
launcher
okay,
on
the
you?
thing,
You
the
know?
thing about tanks that's better than mechs is you can get on the top of the tank. He can't shoot you.
Oh, very true. The mech can like ground pound, shoot rockets, fucking jump 80,000 fucking feet in the air.
Exactly.
Like it was literally
Fucking
just
call
like
in a little mini
overpowered.
airstrike with the fucking rockets. That it
Literally,
shoots.
yeah, just like a barrage real quick on someone, just
Yep.
fuck them up. But if I'm being honest, man, we're talking about a bunch of shitty AAA games lately. One of the good ones, not surprisingly, Epic does good jobs on games. Is fucking Borderlands 3. Holy
man.
shit! Even with the sound glitches we ran into, and the
We fucking no life.
we had some glitches. Don't get us wrong. You know, we had some shitty moments in it too. But fucking
Which are
Christ,
probably
man.
fixed by now.
Yeah, they're probably fixed by now. We played like 30 hours within the first 3 days. So they probably didn't
Within the
expect
first 2 days.
Yeah,
bro,
they
we were-
probably
we
didn't
were going
expect
off.
us to get us like that far.
Yeah.
Well, I streamed 15 hours the second day it came out because we were just fucking no
We streamed
lifing
like
the
8
shit.
hours the first day. And then
Yeah, we just
15
no
the
lifed
second.
it, beat it in 2
Yeah.
days. Holy crap!
Yeah, and I wasn't able to fucking sit there for the whole ride, dude. I got the first.
Because you're not a true gamer, bro. You're not a
What do you
true
mean?
gamer.
I have a job, bro. Like, fucking,
I know.
I bought the game. I was like, okay, this is gonna be cool. Me, Timmy, and Tab, we're gonna play through this whole thing, stream the entire time, and then you guys just fucking straight play it for 48 hours.
Hey,
Shit had to happen, man.
I'm down to keep playing it, man. I'm just saying, I'm down to keep playing.
I'm down for the second playthrough already. I love that
Hell
game.
yeah.
We gotta wait for some shit to get till Modern Warfare comes out anyway. So
Yeah,
yeah.
true.
we gotta figure.
Eventually.
We could stream that after this, man.
Shit, we could. You know.
It's a fun game, but it's really like I really didn't like the second one. In my opinion, I loved the
Really?
first one. The first one was my favorite
You
Borderlands.
didn't like the
The
second
first
one?
one, first
I
one was
wasn't
I
really
remember
keen on the
getting
second
home from
one.
school, man, and playing that game with my 4 buddies. We'd play the main campaign, then we played all the DLCs. Like
Facts.
we completely ran through that game. It was so fun.
Dude, me and my brother like 100% did that game so many fucking times. Like I played it with every fucking character, got all the DLC, got the DLC characters. Like, dude, I don't know. Borderlands is like my fucking series. I love that fucking game.
Oh, it's great. I love it. I love the art style of it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
There's
yeah.
something about cell shading that looks pretty cool for
So,
video games, at least.
did you guys hear the big news from Rockstar today?
That's coming. Red Dead's coming out right in November, I think. on
November
PC.
5th. November 5th, coming to PC.
Yeah, it's gonna be
Red Dead
good.
Redemption 2. Yeah.
I-
I played it on PS4, bro. And let me tell you, I played it in 4K PS4. That was a fun ass story. Like, that
Dude,
is a
the
good. If you're
story
into
is
story
amazing.
modes, it is a
It's-
great fucking story. Like, fucking the ending is actually like sad as shit. Like, it's
Well,
a
there's multiple
tearjerker.
endings,
Fucking
so-
yeah. But either
Yeah,
way, it
but-
ends sadly. Like, I mean, I'm not
Great
gonna ruin it,
storyline.
but you'll see. But fucking
Great storyline, great looking game. You know. What I
yeah,
mean?
fantastic
What-
textures.
I just want to see what they do once it comes out on PC. What they do with the mods and stuff. If they start doing like Red Dead RP or something like that.
like how 5M is for GTA. Yep.
Exactly.
Do some,
I don't
dude. I'm
see
saying
why-
Old West RP, Vagos in the Old West times.
No, we'd just be Mexicans. coming
Yeah,
from
we just be
Mexico.
Mexican ranchers.
That'd be hilarious.
That'd be
So
awesome. That'd be
awesome.
great content. Just saying.
Yeah, I wish that's what they went for in the first place. I wish that was what they did, because if it was just like a life simulator for the multiplayer where you can, you buy a house or something like that, and every time you log in, you spawn into a world, and it's all dynamic and shit. You know what I mean? And you can
Yeah.
walk around, you can rob people, you can fucking
That would be
and do
pretty
all
cool.
this shit. I wish that's what they did, because if a big name like Rockstar would put into something, time into something like that, like an RP mode or something like that, or like, as I said, like a life simulator type deal. I forget what the game was that was coming out. It was
Oh, Raw,
supposed to be coming out. Yeah,
the Kickstarter. No, it got canceled.
yeah,
The-
I know that.
yeah.
It got
That
canceled.
game sounded like a scam.
Something like that.
It was a scam.
I
Kickstarter
remember I was
stopped
watching
backing
Shroud
it.
stream, and he's
Yeah,
like, "This game, this game's never gonna happen."
he said it was too good to be true, which I mean, it really is. It looked fucking
Yeah.
dope, but
I didn't know Kickstarter pulled out their support for that.
yeah, I looked it up not that long ago because I was super interested. I just wanted to like see if it was gonna, come through or not.
Yeah.
And Kickstarter like sent all their money back to the backers, saying that like shit didn't add up for it. There was a lot of things like going on though, because apparently like one of the houses that's shown in the trailer is a house that you can just like buy off of GitHub.
Like an asset from.
Yeah, it's an asset from GitHub. So they're like, they could have just like fucking got this and then fucking made a like little trailer. It's not that hard to make a
I
fucking
mean, it
trailer.
did. There was a light smell of bullshit in the air when I
A
saw
light
that
smell of
trailer.
bullshit.
Yeah,
Like a little,
there's
like,
a
sprinkle.
lot of bullshit. It's like you control the town. Like, bitch, if this game was possible, AAA fucking companies would have made this game. 'Cause
Yeah,
the amount of
exactly.
money
Like-
would be endless from that game.
But let's think of it. What if a AAA name put money into something like that or similar? You know what I mean?
I don't think the hardware power is there yet.
Not like that.
I mean, it's
extent, but,
basically
there's
it's basically
workarounds.
Second Life, except
Way better,
yeah, with
like
better
flushed
graphics and
out.
shit.
Yeah, you could
I
do
like
that
romanticizing
game.
the idea of it being in Red Dead because it's the Old West. You know what I mean? You can do whatever you want, and like all you really have to worry about is like sheriffs or something like that. Maybe you can select a faction that you want to play as at the beginning. Maybe you want to be a sheriff. Maybe you want to be a cowboy. Maybe you want to be a bandit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's how
I
that
think
Raw
would be
game
really
was.
interesting to see.
Yeah, that would be cool. That would be fun as fuck. I want a game like that because I feel like that's a game you can just sink like endless hours into, just like having fun and shit.
Yeah, games. See, that's why I'm different, cause like stuff like 5M is fun, but I can't play that game like GTA RP for more than like an hour or two, or maybe less. Like, but a game like the Modern Warfare beta, I could play that shit endlessly.
Yeah, but you're more of an FPS kind of guy.
Yeah,
You know
that's
what I
what I'm
mean,
saying.
you've always just played that. I grew up playing like Fable, I also played shooters and shit too, but I always played like whatever. I just like playing video games. I think they're fun
I've
as fuck. Like one of my favorite games of all
Video
time
games.
is The Witcher 3. Like, I don't know, you probably haven't played it to me, but fucking Ian, have you played that Witcher 3?
No. not The
Dude,
Witcher 3.
oh my god, you gotta play it. I'm telling you,
I heard
that
the
is
I heard the fall damage in that game was super overdone.
well, yeah, but like that's such like a little aspect.
No, I know,
Fucking,
it's just like-
but fucking that game is fucking badass. It's kind of older now, so the combat's like a little bit more fucking stale. You know, it's like not as smooth as like
Witcher
newer
3's
games.
not that old, isn't it?
It's fucking. Let's see when it came out. I bet you 2013 at least.
Well, didn't they come out with a recent Witcher?
Nah. The newest one that CD
Wait,
Projekt
yeah,
Red.
I think I know what Timmy's talking about. Yeah.
There's a new Witcher that came out like earlier this year, I thought, a couple months ago.
Well, they
maybe.
re-released like Wild Hunt, but that's just.
Wild Hunt. Yeah.
But that's just
That's what
like.
they
That's just like the whole like. That's like DLC pretty much. That's just like a like you know how Skyrim or like a Bethesda does those editions where it comes with all the DLC.
Mm-hmm.
That's all like Game of the Year edition. That's what it's called. But
Oh,
that's
okay.
pretty much what
Well,
this
because
is.
I saw clips of people playing it, and it looked like it had good graphics. Like, I don't know if
It
they
no,
remastered
it still
or
looks good. It's still a good looking game either way. But it's just fucking, you know, a little older. Let's see when
Yeah,
it
yeah.
came out.
I wish that there was an RPG game that we could all three play.
Dude,
And like,
there
go through a story
is
like that or
about to
something
be
like that.
Cyberpunk 2077.
That would be great if we all got together and played that.
It's not.
That is another game.
Go ahead.
I'm skeptical. Like, I'm not keeping my hopes high for that game because I want it to be badass, and I'm gonna get it. But
Waiting for reviews.
yeah, I just they're hyping it up so much. I just don't want to be disappointed when it comes out.
I feel what you mean because I feel like a lot of over games that are hyped up lately have been a huge fucking letdown. You know, like we said with Anthem earlier. But I mean, there's been other games. What else did we fucking buy? I bought something else that was just terrible when it came out.
Oh, Atlas.
Fucking
Terrible.
Atlas. There we go.
Fucking
That was
so
it.
bad it was.
Yes,
That game
thank
was so
God,
bad,
dude. And the way they get you too is the game didn't even fucking work until fucking like days after. But you already
Yeah,
put
it
in.
didn't work till like a week or two after.
The
Yeah.
launch was so huge, though.
And it was
So
terrible.
There was definitely way more people
Than
playing
they
it
anticipated.
expected.
Yeah, that's
100%.
exactly what happened. Too many people trying to get on the servers, just destroying it, and they just couldn't fucking bounce back.
Yeah, because like when I got on, it was like animals were like rubber banding through floors. I couldn't move 5 feet without.
Everyone
flying
looks super
5 feet
fucked
backwards,
up.
like-
Yeah,
It was the biggest congregation of degenerates I've seen since I went to work.
Yeah, low-key, it was kind of entertaining because the voice chat still worked somehow.
you just
And,
heard like
kids
random
were just
noises.
yelling obscenities, like racial slurs. Like it was hilarious.
It was pretty.
Not
funny.
the racial slurs. The racial slurs weren't hilarious. But
No,
everything else
but-
was.
Yeah,
He's lying.
how broken it was what was funny.
Yeah, yeah.
Dude, we just kept spawning in the ocean, getting eaten by fucking sharks, dude. That's what it was.
Yeah,
happening
the
to me.
spawns were broken because you try and join a realm or one of the servers or whatever, and it would like you'd just be in the middle of the ocean and there'd be a fuckload of jellyfish like coming at you, and then you just died of, jellyfish. It was
You just get fucking destroyed by some goddamn jellyfish.
yeah, and then you start drowning, and it's just it was a rough time.
Yeah, it was brutal. And then you
We
tried
went
to
on and
spawn
tried
at the
playing it
free
after.
ports or whatever, like where
Yeah.
it was supposed to be easier, and they didn't even fucking work. You still just spawned in the middle of fucking nowhere
Yep.
and
Yeah,
die.
exactly.
It made no sense.
Yeah, the thing that was kind of messed up about that is they gave streamers like a streamer specific server, and they worked kind of slightly better, but it was like it was
Oh
still messed up.
yeah, I remember when
'Cause
that
I
was all
remember
going
Shroud was on
down.
his own server with like B-Nans and
He played
and,
Atlas.
yeah, at launch, the day it came out.
Huh. What do you feel? How do you guys feel about fucking companies giving streamers like these benefits? Like how Blizzard gave fucking all the streamers priority fucking
The WoW
into
thing,
Classic.
I think it's
that
cool,
one,
but I think
it
it's
wouldn't have
playground.
been it wouldn't have been as bad if they would have told everyone.
Yeah, but I mean, you got to kind of think of it from like a business standpoint too. Like at the end of the day, they still are a business.
Yeah.
Like those guys are like Asmongold, Gold, for example. How many people were watching him at first? Like 100 and something
Probably
thousand.
100
You
yeah,
know,
1,000,
like
yeah, 10.
those
Yeah.
people are bringing so many fucking like views to their fucking game that they can't like not give them priority. Like, are they gonna have them stream in the lobby or have them stream in the game so more people can see how it actually plays? You know,
Yeah,
like
that's
it
true.
makes sense, but doesn't mean it
But I could
doesn't
also
suck
see
for
where
us.
people, I could also see where people are getting kind of mad about that because, like they want to play the fucking game. They're just not
Yeah.
streamers.
And I'm sure it's not like every streamer. You know, it's probably like only big ones like Soda or like
Yeah.
fucking Svan. Svan? How you say
Soda, Asmon.
it? Asmon. Like people like that. Exactly.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think
Yeah.
it's a money grab. I think it's them trying to get more money, exposure for their game, so that they get more revenue coming in. I think that if those streamers,
Dude, can you just imagine the amount of money they made in the first month?
Oh, dude.
well, yeah,
Oh.
exactly.
$15 from every.
What, their subscriber count went up triple or something like that? Is what I was
Yeah.
hearing. Fucking disgusting amount, dude.
Yeah, those
People were
numbers.
so hyped for it though. I mean, shit, we all were even hyped. I mean, Tim, you were even hyped, and you didn't even fucking
I
like
was
WoW.
hyped for it. I don't even play WoW.
That's
but I
what I'm
played that game
saying.
for- I mean, it was fun. It's not my game, dude. The
It's a grind.
Barons,
At the end of the day, it's a fucking grind.
Having to
It's a grind,
fucking
but
run through the
there's
Barons.
It's not a satisfying grind to me.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's not.
it's not for
You don't really
everyone.
get the fruits of your labor.
That's why I like games like Counter-Strike and Call of Duty and stuff like that, because if you grind it and you get better, you can noticeably see it.
Yeah. I definitely
like-
recommend everyone to try out WoW at least once.
Yeah,
to-
100%. It's like if you play PC games, you have to play WoW.
Yeah, you got to try at least once, like just to
Yeah.
see like if it's for you.
Yeah. It kind of playing Classic kind of made me want to play retail. I want to play as a panda in retail.
Be a panda
Like-
monk, dude. Run
I
a
wanna
little
be a
panda monk
panda-
action.
Panda Rogue, bro.
Panda rogue, dude. Ugh. I don't. Can you even be? I don't know if Pandarans can be rogues. Maybe.
Alright, well, I want to be a panda.
I just want to be a panda. God damn
I
it!
just want to.
I'm just trying to be fucking. Was that the movie with Jack Black where he was a panda?
Kung Fu Panda.
Kung
right?
Fu Panda. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, yeah.
Not even a creative name. They just
Great.
they fucking just stated it. They just let
That
the
is a
people
great
know
movie.
what's up. Facts.
Great movie.
Great movie. 10 out of 10. Would play again.
Would play.
Oh.
Anyway, guys.
Yo, so are they doing? They're releasing the DLC, right? Like the in order, like that they're doing in retail and stuff like that.
They're I don't know how far they're gonna go up. So like for now, it's just like they're doing phases where they're just releasing up to. Oh fuck! Right before the first major DLC, so they're just gonna roll out like different dungeons, roll out different raids, and then roll out like different steps of like PvP. Like the first one's gonna introduce like the honor system, which if you don't know, it's just like whenever you PvP someone in an open world, you get honor whenever you kill someone who's on like different. Who like say, if you're Horde, if you kill someone who's Alliance, you'll get like honor,
Mhm.
Well, that's
which you can get
understandable.
towards
but,
like tokens and get gear and shit.
Mhm.
So
I don't know, man. I leveled up to like I don't even know what my level was, but I wasn't having fun with it. It is a game that you really do have to have your friends there for to play and enjoy, but I don't know. I didn't have my fun with it, and I feel like I got gypped on my money a little bit.
yeah, I mean,
Yeah, kinda.
if you're
It
like
was only
leveling with the
$15,
boys,
but like
yeah, if
I
you're
played
Well, the
leveling,
thing is,
month,
like,
though.
the thing is, you, Hubert, and like Gus, all of them, they already knew like what the fuck they were doing, and they were just going leveling, like, you know. But, like, me
yeah.
and Ian had no idea what we were doing, and you guys just out leveled us and just kept going, and it was. We ended up having
Yeah,
to
it
solo
definitely
level
helps
just
that we
for
all
some-
had 120s on like retail, so like we knew like what the fuck to go do. Like I knew how to level. Like, you
Yeah.
never leveled to a 120 before, so
Yeah.
you know it's just like it was like a learning curve too. If you would have got past the
Yeah.
learning curve like Hubert did, you probably would have enjoyed the game more. But it's just not
I
your type
just-
of game type shit.
It
You know what I
takes-
mean?
It takes it takes forever. Like,
If it's not for you, it's not for you. You know what I mean?
yeah, precisely,
Not every game's gonna be for everyone at the end of the day.
precisely.
I could see enjoying it back in the day, but right now, I mean, classic. It's cool to see it because old games like that getting brought up to the limelight, literally at the front of the fucking like front page shit. You know what I mean? Like,
I kind of feel like they
how
do
many
it too
days
much
was WoW
now, though.
Classic at, like the top of the list on Twitch?
But when
You know
does
what I
it?
mean? How long is it the most watched?
For a while, for at least a couple weeks. But when does it get to the point when they're just scooping up shit from the past too often? Like, look at it, dude. They redid Duke Nukem. They redid Doom. They redid Classic. Like, what else are they gonna
Well,
fucking
they
redo?
didn't really redo Doom. They like.
I mean, they just like. It's a brand new game. They redid it.
Yeah, it's like a completely new.
Yeah,
game,
it's
though.
new. It's not like it's just like remastered. That's what I mean.
Mhm.
But it's like just
Yeah, yeah.
like even for example like Final Fantasy, Square Enix, they're redoing 7, where they're like changing the whole combat system, like and
Yeah, see, I think WoW
I don't
did
get
that
that.
right. They brought back WoW, but they left it
The same.
exactly the same.
they gave
Yeah,
the people exactly what they wanted. Like we're just gonna release it from patch 1.12 and just let you guys have the fucking fun you want.
The only thing I would have done, I would have made the textures and stuff look nicer because it does kind of look like shit.
Yeah, a little bit of
It does
revamping
look a
looks
little
cool.
scuffed.
It looks
Yeah.
really bad.
But like you gotta think about it, like the serious people who really loved it would have been pissed as fuck. So
yeah,
it's-
but it
That
could have
is
been
a
an
good point.
option.
so
right?
yeah, that's true. Where you
like
click
when you
between
take
classic,
the flight paths.
yeah.
When you take the flight path and it's like the fucking phoenix thing with the scorpion tail.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
It's such a
The
low
wyvern?
poly. It's
Yeah.
it's such a low poly fucking.
Yeah, it really is.
It's so bad. But
The big thing about that game too is I hate is it takes forever to get in between places and it's just like it's a walking simulator.
yeah,
at one point.
if you play the horde, bro, the Barrens is fucking hell.
Dude, leveling in the Barrens is fucking cheeks. That is fucking.
it's hell.
It's terrible.
Yeah. Yo, so you played Breakpoint, right? Ghost Recon.
I played for like a grand total of 20 minutes because
Bad game.
yeah, man, let me tell you, it's not for me. That game was not for me. Fucking dude, holy shit. They're like it's honestly it's another like Division 2 it feels like. Where they're trying to go
Yeah,
for
I
like a
can imagine.
looter shooter that people can play for hours on end. But in reality, no one's going to because like
Oh, it's a looter shooter?
yeah, every time you kill people, you get like different guns off them, and then I think you can get different like armor and shit like that, like body armor or like whatever.
Oh, okay. I thought it was going for like a Wildlands type deal. That's what it looks like.
It's like a cross between Wildlands,
Wildlands and
and the
Division.
looter shooter. Yeah, I mean
Huh.
it's like a good idea,
Interesting, but
but it's like
neither of those games really played amazingly.
yeah, and then carry over. You can't like for example when you can only shoot from third person unless you can like switch to like your iron sights or whatever just to scope in, but you can only look like over your character's shoulder when you move, and then you can't even switch shoulders by choice. It has like dynamic switching where it'll just like change shoulders like depending on cover.
Dude, really?
Yeah, so if like someone's like off to your right and you want to switch to your other shoulder to look out of, you can't.
That's so dumb.
That makes no sense in my opinion.
I've lost faith in Ubisoft, man.
Yeah, they are making a series of fucking mistakes, and they just
Yeah.
continue to do it. I played Division 2. Did you guys play that?
Division 2.
No.
No,
Yeah.
I saw gameplay and I was it's,
Terrible.
I don't like third-person games.
It was
They're not for me.
fucking terrible. Everyone was a bullet sponge. Once it got to level like 15, everyone was a bullet sponge. You would like dump like 3 clips of an AK into someone's head and then they would die. Like, dude, it shouldn't take fucking 300 bullets to kill someone. Like, come on. In my opinion.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, definitely not. That's one of the complaints about Wildlands too. Like
It does take a lot of bullets to kill people in there.
the
Unless you got headshots.
what was it called? Like the but like the bad guys, it's like a cartel or whatever. When you
fight the bosses and shit.
yeah, but if you go and like raid one of their bases and the alarm goes off, they'll come in with like their reinforcements.
Mm-hmm.
But they come in like armored trucks,
Mm-hmm.
and they're wearing like full black like SWAT armor.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't matter like where you shoot them or whatever; they'll just eat like a million bullets. It makes no sense.
Yeah.
Because Wildlands is supposed to be kind of like realistic, right? It's got projectiles like bullet distance, bullet drop,
And then they
all
have
that
shit
stuff.
like that.
and then they
Yeah,
have
but if it-
motherfuckers that eat like 2 magazines, and it's just like that makes no sense.
Yeah. Who's going into war in a full like metal suit? Like, to be honest. Like, just saying. Like, you just be.
I mean, in the Middle Ages, maybe. You know?
Yeah. Like, okay. Yeah.
Not anymore.
Like some knights
Yeah.
in shining armor type shit. But
Exactly.
not fucking anymore.
Yeah, fuck that, dude. I liked Wildlands for about the first half of it, and then I wasn't really good with it.
Yeah. It
wasn't
was
my-
it was just too repetitive, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
It was
the driving
repetitive
was so
for
clunky.
dude. The driving
Yeah,
was
dude,
ass.
it's kind
The
of
driving
it's
was
funny.
ass, bro.
It's funny.
It was fun to drift around on though.
Give me 1 second, boys. I'll be right back.
It was just the handling model is strange. Which apparently they fixed in Breakpoint, but I'm not gonna buy the game to test that out, to be honest. But
Yeah, no man. Either
I think we
way
should
you guys
call
want
it.
to look at it, yeah, I think we should get this after show started.
yeah, when Tag gets back, we can call.